Hello everyone, this is Colleen Lemma, Angelic Astrologer and Spiritual Consultant on angelmessenger.net, here to do another Soul Reflections video for you. So it is October 14th today, and we're almost halfway through this month of October. It is quite an emotional month. It's a month full of emotional transformation and change, as well as spiritual transformation and change. There's a lot going on universally, astrologically, a lot going on the planet, in our world. And so, those of you, and there are many of you out there that are empathic, and, you're not only going through your own transformation and change, spiritual growth and expansion, but you're going through feeling the planet and the collective's growth and expansion and transformation. So, a lot of, I hear a lot of people talking about that they're going through a lot of things within their physical body. Their physical body is going through some changes and transitions of its own. And sometimes, we feel these expansions, contractions, and reorganizations within the energetics of our body, and there's no way to pinpoint on a physical level exactly what's happening. Many of you, might have even gone for some medical assistance or attention, and they just can't seem to find out that there's anything really physically wrong, and that's because it's all energetic. Obviously there are times when you need to go to the doctor and get some medical assistance, but for the most part, this month of October is so deeply emotionally and spiritually life-changing. We've been obviously in many months of a turning point and evolution and a growth on our planet, in our world, and we have many months to continue that. But each month has a vibration of its own too, and this month of October is a month of self-reflection. It's a month of going within. It's a month of getting in touch with our spiritual center, our higher soul self, our God self. It's a month to spiritually connect with that true essence of who we really are. And so you might feel this month of October you pulling back your energies in different ways. You may not be feeling quite as social. You may not be feeling quite as outgoing. Again, like I said, you're going through changes physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Some of the moods may be up and down and back and forth with you, and that's all very normal as we kind of go through these shifts and these changes. There's a lot going on universally, spiritually, that is supporting us moving towards the next step in our destiny path. It's supporting us growing and expanding and raising our vibration. And we are all raising our vibration, individually, collectively, and the earth as a whole is raising its vibration. And as your soul becomes more awakened, as your soul becomes more expanded, as you become more connected with the true essence of who you really are, there's a few things that happen, and one of those is that because we're in this physical vessel, this physical body, and it is used to a certain vibration of energy, and it is manifest. We can touch our bodies and feel that manifestation of that physical vessel, whereas our soul and our spirit is not able to be tangibly felt. We're made of a ball of light. That's what our soul is we're light. We're a light being. And so as that light within us grows and expands, it takes the physical body a little while to adjust to that higher vibration. And so the physical body, as I mentioned earlier, is going to go through, these expansions, contractions, changes, transitions, things that don't make any sense. as it's trying to catch up with the higher vibration of the soul that is expanding and growing and heightening its vibration. And the whole mental and emotional thing, because this month of October is such a deep emotional healing month. The energy is deeply emotional and spiritual as far as energetically healing ourselves. It's going to bring up a lot of emotional fluctuations or even mental thought patterns and beliefs that we need to release and let go. Again, because these old feelings, these old emotions, or these heavier feelings and emotions, these old thought patterns, these old mental constructs and belief systems that we've always held, and some of them for many, many lifetimes, it's a time for them to be released from our beingness. They're being released from the cellular memory within our bodies. They're being released energetically and from our energy bodies. And so the way that they are released is that they have to come up and out. So, you may have feelings well up within you that you, again, don't know why they're there. You can't really think of a logical reason why you would feel frustration or anger or depression or negativity of any kind. And that's just, again, some stuff from the past, things from past lives that we've carried around for a very long time that we no longer need to carry around because of that raising of our vibration. So when they do come up, when you do feel these changes and transitions, and I know a lot of you too have been experiencing not only things within yourself and energetically, but circumstances and situations around you too that are changing and that are maybe posing challenges in your lives, whether they be within the family or within personal relationships or within your job or career that you're currently in. And again, because we're raising our vibration individually and as a planet, we are coming more into alignment with the truth of who we are, with that true essence, and the truth of our passion, the truth of why we're here, the truth of what we're supposed to be doing, the truth of how we are supposed to project ourselves and be within the world. And so these old things, whether they're circumstances and situations or relationships, or whether they're, again, the energetics within you, they need to fall away. They are being purged slowly and steadily, and they are falling away. And this is a good thing. I think that you'll feel a different energy once we come into November. I think November will be a lot more of an empowering month, but we'll talk about that, when we get to it. And for right now, again, some of the things that my angels and guides wanted me to share with you for this month of October and this transition that we're going through is, one of the things actually that they talked about with me is that this feeling of wanting to move forward. There's been so many of us over the last few months that we've wanted to change and move forward on our destiny path, and again, this releasing of old mental constructs or situations in our life that no longer fit who we are and where we'd like to go with our lives, because we're becoming more attuned to, again, our true essence and standing firm in our beliefs of what it is that we are here to do on this planet. And we're not vibrating anymore with certain situations and circumstances. And so we are kind of melding two different opposing energies within us, the old energy or the old way, the old paradigm, and a new energy, a new birth, a new beginning, a new paradigm of energy that's coming to us, within us, around us on this planet. And so, part of it is kind of a balancing act, as we're trying to balance, again, these opposing forces within us. And when we balance those opposing forces, we're better able to move forward and take another step. But Spirit says, don't feel like, you have to rush. This is a month to have faith and trust and to go within and find that faith and trust within yourself and that connection within yourself, yes. But it's not necessarily a month to take outward action. Obviously some people with your astrological blueprints and the numerological number that you're in, the vibration that you're in right now, it doesn't mean you can't take action, because everybody's different. Everybody is a unique individual with unique energies that are personal to them, that they're going through. But as far as the big picture, don't feel like you have to rush into any decisions. This is more of a reflective month. This is more of a month for healing, releasing, again, being in tune with yourself and being in tune with the earth. It would be a great time to do a nature walk and get in touch with the earth energies. That would help to ground you. That would help to bring you into balance and bring a peace. But any kind of meditation would be very, very helpful at this time. So continue with any spiritual practice, yoga, or anything that you find centering and grounding and peaceful as you're going through this emotional and spiritual healing this month. One of the other things that the angels and my guides shared with me is that we're coming to an end of a cycle, a way of being. Now, obviously, again, everybody's an individual, and we all have, death and rebirth experiences, the ending of a chapter and the beginning of another chapter in our lives. But on a whole, on a collective level, I'm being told that this is one of those time periods where there's a shift taking place. There's a shift taking place in the world. There's a shift taking place within our reality. And we can see that with what's going on with the government here in the U.S., and I'm sure several of you in other countries are experiencing your own kind of country or collective shift of energy. And so this is a time where, again, with this shift of energy, this ending of a chapter and beginning of another chapter, this is a time to look towards the positive. This is a joyful time. This is a wonderful time. These are things that need to happen in our world and on a collective level so we can move into that next chapter, so we can balance the energies and move more into a state of peace and unity and compassion and service to one another and service to our Earth Mother, our planet Gaia. And so we can move into the next chapter of our lives as far as our destiny paths, our individual destiny paths, and what we're here on this planet to do. The last thing they wanted me to share with you is to, again, with this mental and emotional purging, to not get caught up in negative-based thinking, because those constructs will come up. And so we don't want to get stuck in it. We want to recognize it for what it is, an old mental construct, whether it be fear or anxiety or depression or whatever. Recognize it. You may have to feel it for a time, but be objective about it and say, oh yeah, this is coming up, so I can release it and let it go, so that it no longer will affect me as I move forward in my life and on my destiny path. Don't allow yourself to get caught in this feeling of being trapped. Those are ego-based thoughts. Your ego right now is strong this month, especially as things are, again, being purged and released. Your spiritual self, your soul self, your higher self is coming more into alignment with that energy of oneness, which is, God source energy, which is what we're all a part of. And it is in keeping this connection, recognizing this connection with our God self, that is going to help us in solidifying ourselves within this new vibration and moving forward on our path and becoming and living what it is that we want to become and what it is that we want to live. So thank you very much for listening. Love and light to all. Many blessings to you.